Hello, Namaskar. This is Firstpost and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma. After 3 years of war, there's a deal of sorts in Ukraine, although the attacks have not stopped. We've been telling you about Russia's demands and Ukraine's goals. But what about the United States? What does Donald Trump want? First, he wanted access to Ukrainian minerals. Now he wants to buy Ukraine's nuclear power plants. Tonight, we'll decode his motives behind playing mediator. Meanwhile, Europe, that is talking big about supporting Ukraine, has failed to agree on a $5 billion military aid package that Kiev said that it urgently needed. Also, a report on how China is watching all of this closely and may use it to shape its own strategy on Taiwan. A new video shows how Beijing is preparing for a potential invasion. Why Turkey is protesting against President Erdogan. How a power outage at the Heathrow airport has disrupted global travel. Why leaders in Israel say that the country is witnessing a civil war. How the Indian judiciary is under the scanner after a cash bust and a transfer. Why Indonesians are furious about a change to the country's military law. Why India needs a homegrown web browser. And what is the big crunch? How will it spell the end of our universe? All this and more coming up. The headlines first. Is Elon Musk going to receive a top-secret briefing on China? US President Donald Trump says no. Reports claim that Musk is set to be briefed on US strategy in a potential war with China. But Trump has dismissed the speculation, calling it fake news. Musk has labelled it pure propaganda. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Bangladesh's Mohammad Yunus unlikely to have a formal meeting at the BIMSTEC summit. Dhaka has requested for a meeting on the sidelines of the summit, which will be held in Thailand next month. This will be the first multilateral event where both Prime Minister Modi and Mohammad Yunus will be in attendance. The Sudanese army recaptures the presidential palace in central Khartoum. This is a major blow for its rival, the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, who responded to the takeover with a deadly drone strike. Since April 2023, the presidential palace has been a stronghold of the RSF. Russia's central bank keeps its key rate at 21%. This comes as Moscow battles rampant inflation. Last October, the bank had raised the rate to 21%, its highest level since the early 2000s. Prices have been rising across the Russian economy, driven by government spending on the war in Ukraine and labor shortages. And a volcano erupts in Indonesia, cancelling many flights from the resort island of Bali. Thousands have also been evacuated. The volcanic ash has blanketed several villages. The local government has declared a 14-day emergency. Do you think that Ukraine is at its weakest position?
This war is not about Ukraine.
Do you believe that your president was insulted? Yes or no question. Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.
Diplomacy will work?
Yes.
Do you think Russia will give up the territory if there is no ceasefire? Do you propose to keep fighting?
We are ready to resist.
Do you think there will be peace?
Many countries gave us 3 days.
President Trump said you don't have any cards.
We do not have another choice.
How do you keep fighting?
You ask me once again the same question.
Because you've not answered my question.
We have enough capacities to keep fighting.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister Lakshman.
Good afternoon.
Making headlines in India well before you landed here.
New Delhi has raised concerns in the recent past vis-a-vis the Khalistani separatists that operate in New Zealand. How do you propose to address these concerns?
In our democracy, we believe in the freedom of speech.
Organizations like the Al-Qaeda or ISIS were to hold a referendum in New Zealand, something related to one of your Western partners. Would you say the same?
We have very well-defined laws in our democracy.
No specific conversation on Khalistan on this visit.
It was raised with me. I also raised back our position.
Are you willing to be open to these concerns from New Delhi?
As I keep coming back to you to say, we have strong laws in our system.